Hi folks, hope you're well. So, went up to the fairy village woods with doggies. So therefore, yes. If just over 2 years ago, if God had said 2 years and he meant that what I thought that he meant, that I won't be going back to those woods after 2 years, then that was wrong. Again, the problem is, if God said 2 years, that's quite possible. That God actually said 2 years. Well, because I was in the woods, walking around the woods, and suddenly I just heard 2 years. It just come into my head, 2 years. I wasn't thinking about how long I'm going to be in this area for, or maybe I was, I don't know. But then what came into my mind was 2 years, and I thought, well, okay, that's God saying something. The problem is, nothing's happened that I'm aware of. So if God was talking about 2 years meaning something else, again, I don't know of anything that's happened at all. No. There's been no other changes in my life at all in that time. So therefore, I have no idea. No idea at all. There doesn't seem to be anything. So therefore, what it could be, I don't know. But again, it doesn't mean it's nothing. It just means that right now I can't see. Because, it's in the big picture. It's not in my picture yet. And so, again, it's not helpful. And when you want to walk in faith, then, if God gives you 2 years, you're trying to understand what that 2 years can mean. And when you think it means something, you stand on that. Now, you can stand on the wrong thing, but that's why I said it's not easy admitting you're wrong. It really is not easy at all admitting you're wrong. Because, again, if I admit that I'm wrong about the personal, that what I thought God was talking about with regards to the personal, then obviously people can add to that, what I've said I've heard from God with regards to his word. They can say, well, therefore you must be wrong about that as well. Well, promise it doesn't mean that, does it? No. That's why in the last video I said, look, it looks as if, all of the ones that were personal have been proved wrong. But only the personal. Because the reality is that it's true. The things that I've heard from God with regards to his word are spot on. Because maybe not immediately, maybe later, he's then told me what he meant, or what was meant by that. And it's like, okay. Then I understand that. And so, But, as I say, the reality is, and what is frustrating to me all the time, is that, look, I understand. Part of it is, as I say, when people look at my life, they see someone who, God can't love you. Not when you have a car that didn't pass its MOT, even though you gave it to God, and God basically, when you put it through the MOT for the first time after you got the car, the answer you got from God about that car was basically F you. You didn't pass the MOT, so God says he doesn't give a crap about the car, even though you made it all about him. And it's like, okay, not good. You live in this place, and you've been there for over 10 years. And you've been believing in God to move you out to a better place for, well over 10 years, about 15 years now. When you talk about someone who's a bloody idiot, that's the way people see it, right? And when I say to people, I'm really blessed by this, that, and the other, what God has given me, they look at my life and they say, yeah, right. You haven't even got a bloody car now, have you? You keep on having these court cases against you and all this stuff. So therefore, obviously, if God loves you that much, you wouldn't be having all this crap, would you? Well, part of that, I think, is quite possible, is that God said, okay, for those of you who will dismiss the message because you dismiss the messenger, well, here's the messenger, dismiss him. And of course, as a messenger, I've been very easy to dismiss. Very easy to dismiss. But that's the point, to those people who would dismiss the message because of how it looks according to the messenger. Yeah, they judge the messenger, so therefore the message can't be of God, because they've judged the messenger, saying the messenger can't be of God, so therefore the message can't be. Yeah. And so therefore they look at my life and say, oh, there's no way this person is of God. If they were, then you would see a ministry, you'd see this, you'd see that, you'd see this, you'd see that. Yeah? This person is saying you don't have to die, but his car did. Well, it didn't quite die, but it needs a lot of welding, otherwise this is no use to anyone. It's no use to me because my bank balance is dead. But again, yeah, if I'm saying in videos, which is true, that all the money in the world belongs to God, he can do whatever he wants with it. But he hasn't given any of it to me. Not even enough to get my car sorted, right? Or to replace it with another car. Even to get that car, I had to search through all the stuff I've got. Anything of any worth had to be sold. Anything of any worth had to be sold. So now, do I have anything of worth? No. So can I now sell anything to get another car? No. No. But in the end, it's up to God. God is the only one who can do. And that's the point. If God has brought me to the point where it's going to be evidenced by the fact that God is the only one that can do, well then, when things happen, you know that God has done it, don't you? That's the point. I've got this court case coming up soon, and I'm terrible at public speaking. In the courtroom, yeah, struggle. So only God can do there as well. So you take care.